Well, I'm curious to know, and only because we've had conversations about this over the summer with a few professionals about this, but the transition out of hockey and having your wife there, that seems to be a real big ball of wax with a lot of guys in relationships, and you guys seem to have pulled it off really well. Do you have any tips on that?
It's important you know who you're marrying, first of all. I think that might be Captain Obvious to say, but I think a little bit with the professional sports, you can go after the shiny thing and go after the, that sort of thing. It's important the person that you're marrying and you know that person. My wife's been the same person since we met 13 years ago. She's an amazing human being. She's beautiful, awesome mom, and that's what's important. So whether I'm gone 14 days out of the month or I'm home for 365 days a year, we have the same relationship, which is important. I think when you shut it down, obviously, yeah, you're used to that travel and you have two different relationships, almost like one when you're home and one when you're on the road. That's tough because then when you no longer have the road, you got one relationship. So yeah, the person you marry and what their core values are really important. So that's what I found with my wife.
Good on you, man. You're part of a small percentage, so kudos to you. That's amazing.
I'm good for her. She's the best. So,
Do you mind if I get a little personal on this one?
okay, no problem, bud. You can't have her number, bud.
No.
He's looking. He's looking.
So days and married 13? No, 2012.
No, I'm
right?
going on 14 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
My numbers are short. Too many pucks off the head. But that question was kind of spawned out of, obviously Dave's off the market, but myself, I'm currently on the market trying to make some good decisions and not end up in some bad situations. So as a more seasoned gentleman yourself, and as the man to my left always likes to say, it's a lot easier and significantly cheaper to learn from the mistakes of others. Would you give this 29-year-old any advice when it comes to finding that person, future kids, family, and creating that structure? Floor is yours.
This might be tough. Maybe, and it doesn't matter because I don't care what.
No, hang on. He's going to drop a diagram. He's going to have it all interpolated with.
Give you a roadmap to success, buddy. The road to greatness.
I'm very visual, so that would help.
For me, it's core values, and my wife being European and women of Europe, I found just have that core value of, it's a little bit old times, but like what men's role is, what women's role is, and how we support each other in that way. I think it's lost a little bit over here, in my opinion. European women are great that way, and it's not to put them in that box. It's how but with she takes care of the house, makes a home out of it, and I bring the bread, and that's and when we have a child, when we had our child together, it wasn't like she did me a favor by getting pregnant. Like this was like an experience for us to go through. And I see that a lot over here. It's almost like the man is in trouble because she's having his baby. It's like our baby. So that process is important, and what they're, how they handle that is important. But the day-to-day roles and what I provide, what she provides, we support each other. So finding a woman that's in that realm is important. I don't think you're going to find that on Instagram through the story page or through the recommended. And that takes time to spend together and just, again, get to the real questions of what their values are.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu because we've had that almost exact same conversation. Maybe not going to Europe, but
take it from a couple of guys who are seasoned. You know what I mean?
That's
Take
why
it
I
from a
asked the
couple of guys.
question.
Yeah. Thank you for echoing a lot of the same things I've said to him, Rob.
So I'm just shooting from the hip here. A lot of the West has lost those values, and I'll speak to it firsthand. Talking with Dave about it, they're very, very difficult to find because they've almost brainwashed to totally lose those. You do the jobs that you're good at, I'll do the jobs that I'm good at, type of deal. Do you have any other tips that come to mind or advice on that aspect?
Well, it's tough. Even when we were in a group, my wife loves when I play golf because it makes me happy. That's.
Did we marry the same woman? Does she golf with you?
Little blonde, blue eyes, Marta.
Does she golf with you out of curiosity?
Sometimes she doesn't really like it, so she stopped going. I brought her when we were down in Florida. We went out a bunch, and she just didn't genuinely like it. It's like my therapy. I'm truly happy out on the golf course, and that makes her happy. But at the time we were down there, and there's a group of guys that we were around, and their girls started being like, why do you let him do that? And I nixed it right away. I'm like, I'm not going to get in your business, but why are they getting in my business? Shut the F up.
Oh, man.
Why would you try to influence our situation? The other thing is that I'm a one handicap. So when I go play golf, it takes me 3 hours. When you go out there and whack it around and you shoot 120 and it takes you 6 hours, it's a different story because it's 6 hours for the round and then it's 2 hours with the beers and you're home 8 hours later. You know what I mean? It's a little different story.
Well, listen.
But
Sorry, go on. I don't want to cut you off. Go on.
no, that's just I think it's important that that whoever you find or whoever you're looking for is, again, genuinely likes the things that you're into, likes what makes you happy, and then you have the reverse for them. They get to do what they love and what makes them happy, and you're supporting each other. It's not like find someone and then try to mold them to what you want. Like you're going to find that you're going to get down the road and you're like, wait a minute, I don't like that person. You got to let them be themselves and truly love that about them, or you're just killing time.
I mean, the big takeaway I'm hearing from this is like
golf. That's what you're hearing, golf.
I do enjoy it. I'm just not very good. But what I'm hearing, Shrimpy, and tell me if I'm wrong, keep our business between us. Don't have other people coming in our shit. It's our business, our relationship, and leave everybody else like it's none of their business type of deal.
Absolutely. I mean, because if you wanted their opinion, or you wanted another girl's opinion on this stuff, or you wanted her opinion, you would go for her, no?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the girls are going to have their friendships, their bonds, and who they hang out with matter, just like who we hang out matter. Whoever you are, who you surround yourself with.
Mm-hmm.
That goes both ways. If she's with the girls that are going out and dancing on the tables, and you're with the guys that are trying to wheel every night, like, what are you going to do there? So, keeping your stuff, like, again, between you two, and then there will be people around, of course, but it's always you two versus the world kind of mentality.
Yeah. Well, another thought that's coming to mind as you're saying this is like her friends are always going to have some influence on there. So make sure like they're good friends and they're good influences. So they're not going to like sabotage and destroy the relationship. And that's very common, especially over the West, with how much women love to gossip and very like hive minded. Like they go with the hive type of deal. So that's one thought that, okay. We got some wheels in motion, Shrimpy. I appreciate this. This is good.
We're going to start a love channel here. We're going to get the radio, the love channel on 93Q.
Jordan Schmaltz was on, and he called it this week's episode of Finding Love with Trav. It's been a staple every week since.
As you can tell, it's a reoccurring episode every time we do it. Hey, more hockey content. It's might be old, it might be new, it might be a full episode, it might be a half episode, but you can click these boxes because who doesn't like clicking boxes?